The only 5 isometric holds that guarantee longevity. What if the secret to living longer wasn't about moving more, but about holding completely still? I know that sounds backwards, but here's the truth. Isometric exercises where you hold a position without moving are one of the most powerful tools for building strength, protecting your joints, and increasing your lifespan. Men who can maintain these holds have significantly lower rates of heart disease, better bone density, and stay independent well into their 80s and 90s. I'm breaking down the 5 essential holds you need. These simple positions rebuild your body from the inside out. And hold number 2? It's the single most accurate predictor of how long you'll live. But before we start, drop your age in the comments. I want to see how old everyone watching this is. No judgment, just curious. Let's get started. Have you ever noticed how getting out of a chair gets harder each year? Or how your knees ache after climbing just one flight of stairs? Here's what's really happening. The muscles that support your knees are slowly withering away from lack of use. Every time you choose the elevator over the stairs, every hour you spend sitting, those crucial leg muscles get weaker. And when they're weak, your knees have to absorb all the stress, leading to pain, instability, and eventually, loss of independence. Picture this. You're sitting in a chair, but there's no chair. Your back is flat against a wall, your thighs are burning, and gravity is pulling you down, but you're fighting to stay exactly where you are. This is the wall sit, and it rebuilds those leg muscles without any impact on your joints. Here's how to do it. Find a sturdy wall and stand with your back against it. Walk your feet forward about 2 feet from the wall. Now slowly slide your back down the wall until your thighs are parallel to the ground, like you're sitting in an invisible chair. Your knees should be directly over your ankles, not extending past your toes. If you're new to this, start with a higher position and hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Aim for 3 sets of 20 to 30 seconds with about 60 seconds of rest between sets. As you build strength, increase your hold time by 10 seconds each week until you can hold for 60 to 90 seconds. Common mistakes. Don't let your knees drift inward, they should stay aligned with your toes. And don't hold your breath. Breathe naturally throughout the hold to keep your blood pressure stable. Now that we've protected your knees and rebuilt your leg strength, let's move to something that might shock you, an exercise that literally predicts how long you'll live. Can you open a jar without struggling? Can you carry your groceries without your hands cramping? Here's something that might shock you. Your grip strength is one of the most accurate predictors of how long you'll live. Scientists have discovered that men with weak grip strength have up to 40% higher risk of death from any cause. Your grip isn't just about your hands, it's a window into your overall muscle mass, bone density, and cardiovascular health. Hanging from a bar, arms fully extended, body completely still. No pull-ups, no swinging, just suspended there. This simple act decompresses your spine, stretches your shoulders, and builds grip strength that literally predicts your lifespan. This is the dead hang. Here's how to do it. Find a pull-up bar or doorway pull-up bar at home. Grip the bar with both hands slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Let your body hang naturally, feet off the ground. Let your shoulders relax slightly and stretch, but keep your core slightly engaged to prevent excessive swinging. For beginners, start by keeping your toes lightly touching the ground for support. Hold for 15 to 20 seconds. Aim for 3 sets of 15 to 30 seconds when you're beginning. Work toward being able to hang for 60 seconds straight. This is a sign of excellent grip strength. Common mistakes. Don't drop suddenly onto the bar, ease into the hang to protect your shoulders. Also, avoid excessive swinging. The goal is a controlled, stable hang. Do you feel that nagging ache in your lower back after standing for a while? Or notice yourself slouching more throughout the day? Here's the brutal truth. Your core has been quietly giving up on you. Years of sitting have turned off those deep, stabilizing muscles that hold your spine in place. Without them, your back takes all the punishment, leading to chronic pain and that hunched-over posture that ages you instantly. Your body becomes a perfectly straight board, rigid from your head to your heels, parallel to the ground, supported only by your forearms and toes. Every muscle in your core is firing, fighting gravity, keeping you locked in position. This is the plank, and it rewakes those sleeping stabilizers that protect your spine. Here's how to do it. Start by lying face down on the floor. Place your forearms on the ground with your elbows directly under your shoulders. Lift your entire body off the ground, supporting yourself on your forearms and toes. your body should form a perfectly straight line from your head to your heels. Don't let your hips sag down or pike your butt up toward the ceiling. Keep your core tight by pulling your belly button toward your spine. Look at the floor about a foot in front of your hands to keep your neck neutral. If you can't hold a full plank yet, start with a knee plank, same position, but keep your knees on the ground. Hold for 15 to 20 seconds to start. Aim for 3 sets of 20 to 30 seconds. As you build strength, increase your hold time by 5 to 10 seconds each week until you can hold for 60 to 90 seconds. The biggest mistake is letting your hips sag. If you feel this happening, take a break or drop to your knees. Also, don't hold your breath, breathe naturally throughout. Now, if you're still with me, that tells me something important. You're not looking for quick fixes or magic pills. You're serious about making real, lasting change. And that's exactly what these next 2 holds deliver, but first I need to be honest about something. These isometric exercises are incredibly powerful, but they're just one piece of the puzzle. If you're serious about not just adding years to your life, but adding life to your years waking up without pain, moving like you did 10 years ago, and staying independent for decades, you need a comprehensive approach that addresses strength training, mobility work, and recovery strategies all together. That's why I created a detailed blueprint that walks you through the exact system I use with men over 45 who are tired of temporary fixes and want permanent results. You'll find the link in the description below, and it could be exactly what you've been searching for. Alright, let's get back to the final 2 holds, and trust me, these are absolute game changers. Have you ever noticed how people in other cultures can squat comfortably for hours? In Asia, Africa, and many traditional societies, adults naturally drop into a deep squat to rest, eat, or work, and they can stay there all day without discomfort. Our ancestors did the same thing. But now try it yourself. You probably can't even get halfway down without losing your balance or feeling pain. Here's what happened. Chairs, couches, and our modern lifestyle stole this natural movement from you. Your hips locked up, your ankles got stiff, and your body forgot how to do something humans have done for thousands of years. This loss of squatting ability is one of the earliest signs of aging, and it's completely reversible. Settling into a rest position, but there's no chair beneath you, just air. Feet flat on the ground, thighs parallel to the floor, holding this deep squat without any support. This is the isometric squat hold, and it rebuilds that fundamental movement pattern humans have used for thousands of years. Here's how to do it. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart, toes slightly turned out. Slowly lower yourself down into a squat position, keeping your heels flat on the ground. Go as low as you comfortably can. Keep your chest up, your back relatively straight, and your weight distributed evenly across your whole foot. For many men over 45, getting into a deep squat is challenging. Start by holding onto something sturdy like a door frame. If you can't get very deep, that's fine. Hold whatever depth you can achieve. Start with 3 sets of 20 to 30 seconds. Rest for 60 seconds between sets. As your mobility improves, work toward holding for 60 to 90 seconds. Once comfortable, try holding a light weight at chest level. Common mistakes. Don't let your heels come off the ground. If they do, place small weight plates under your heels. Also, don't let your knees collapse inward. Push them outward in line with your toes. Why does your back hurt when you bend over to pick something up? Why do you feel unstable when you're lifting or twisting? The answer is simple but painful. You've lost the ability to create tension through your entire core. Your abs, your deep stabilizers, your hip flexors, they're all disconnected, working independently instead of as one protective unit. This disconnect is why simple movements feel risky and why back injuries happen from seemingly harmless activities. Lying on your back, but instead of relaxing, every muscle is contracted into a tight, curved position. Lower back pressed firmly into the floor, arms reaching behind you, legs hovering inches off the ground, and every single core muscle firing as one unit. This is the hollow body hold, and it teaches total body tension, the kind that protects your spine in every movement you make. Here's how to do it. Lie flat on your back with your arms extended overhead and your legs straight. Press your lower back firmly into the floor by tilting your pelvis. While maintaining that flattened lower back, lift your shoulders and legs off the ground just a few inches. Your body should form a slight C shape. For most men over 45, This is incredibly challenging at first. If you can't lift your legs and arms at the same time, start with just lifting your shoulders while keeping your feet on the ground. Build up gradually. Start with 3 sets of 10 to 15 seconds. Rest for 60 seconds between sets. As you build core strength, work up to 30 to 45 second holds. The biggest mistake is letting your lower back arch off the floor. If this happens, bend your knees or lower your legs closer to the ground. Also, don't hold your breath. Breathe shallowly through your nose. Alright, now let's put this all together into a simple routine you can do 3 times a week. On Mondays, you'll do wall sits for 3 sets of 20 to 30 seconds, dead hangs for 3 sets of 15 to 30 seconds, and plank holds for 3 sets of 20 to 30 seconds. Wednesdays, switch it up with isometric squat holds for 3 sets of 20 to 30 seconds, and hollow body holds for 3 sets of 10 to 15 seconds. Then on Fridays, you'll do dead hangs for 3 sets of 15 to 30 seconds, wall sits for 3 sets of 20 to 30 seconds, and hollow body holds for 3 sets of 10 to 15 seconds. Rest 60 seconds between all sets. Start with these conservative hold times and add 5 to 10 seconds each week. Track your progress, you'll be amazed at how quickly you improve. After 6 weeks of consistent practice, you'll notice significantly improved posture, increased grip strength, a more stable core, stronger legs, and most importantly, you'll move with more confidence. But here's what really matters. 6 weeks from now, you could be that guy who moves with confidence, who doesn't grunt when getting out of a chair, who doesn't avoid activities because of pain. Or you could still be dealing with the same aches and limitations. The choice is yours. If you got value from this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more practical fitness advice designed for men over 45. And don't forget to check out that complete blueprint in the description. Drop a comment below and tell me which hold you're most excited to try. Remember, longevity isn't about luck, it's about making smart choices consistently. These 5 isometric holds are one of the smartest choices you can make. Start today, stay consistent, and hold your way to a longer, healthier life.